Good morning, Joanna. I'm just checking my screen, sorry. Good morning, Belinda. Hi, Tanya. And Debbie. Deb. How's everybody feeling after this is day 3? We did a little bit of core yesterday. Morning, Debbie. What time do we have? Oh, we're ready to start. It's 8:16. Everyone's a little slow this morning, or they're not saying hi yet. I had the music a bit quieter yesterday. Could anyone just let me know if you can hear that a little bit better today? Great. That's good, Tanya. Morning, Maya. All right. So this morning, this is going to be a gentle practice. Maybe a little shorter than yesterday. We'll just see how you go, or how I go. I'm feeling really good, and this is not only I'm sharing this with everybody, but it's also doing the world of good for me too, to have you all share this with me. So thank you. So let's find your cushion or pillow, or sitting directly onto your mat, grounding down and closing down the eyes. Start to check in with your breath. How is it feeling today? Is it short and shallow, or is it long and deep? Let's try to maintain it, a long, deep inhalation in for a count of 3 to 4, and breathing all breath out for a count of 5 to 6. Just do this on your own. And just start to check in with your body. How is it feeling? Are you feeling any tenseness in the shoulders or neck or back? If you are, try and send the breath there. Just breathing in for 3 to 4, sending all breath out for 5 to 6. Let's drop the right ear towards the right shoulder and breathe in to the left side of the neck. Relax the muscles on the left side, using the breath, breathing in, breathing out. Moving the head back to center and dropping the left ear towards the left shoulder. And breathing in, letting go of any tenseness that you're holding in that side of the neck. One more breath. And move the head back to center and drop the head back, taking small sips of air through the nose, breathing into the front of the neck. And bring the head back to center and drop the chin to chest. Breathing into the back of the neck. How is that feeling? I actually feel a little tight there. Really send some breath. Release, let go. Breathe in long and deep and exhale it all out. Move the head back to the center, crown of the head reaching towards the sky. Hands are on the knees or at your heart center. I want you to try something today, keeping the eyes soft. Just slowly rotate the body forward and around. So we're moving in an anti-clockwise motion. Just slowly rotating anti-clockwise, moving the body forward in these nice gentle circles. Keep breathing in for 3 to 4. Breathe out for 5 to 6. And come back and stop, sitting nice and tall. And then move forward and gently go in a clockwise direction. If you're feeling a little dizzy with the eyes closed, you can always open them. You don't have to have them closed. Just gentle movements of the body. One more of these, and then come back to center. Slowly breathe in for a count of 3 to 4, in through the nose, feeling those cool sensations as you breathe in. Join the hands together, stacking the palms, and exhale, breath out, and move the hands down all the way through the midline until you reach the root chakra grounded to the earth. Raise the arms up. Stack the palms and press like a coffee press all the way down the midline, breathing out any negative energy. And raising the arms up again, sweeping them up high, just like you do with sun salutations, but we're doing it as a seated. Stacking the palms, pressing down, coffee pressing those hands down towards the root chakra, grounding to the earth, releasing any worries, troubles, inhaling the arms, creating some peace, love, and kindness, reaching towards the sun. Coffee press the hands down, releasing, letting go again of any troubles, worries, anxiety, stress. Remove it all, release it out. And one more, gather in all those wonderful thoughts of calmness, peace. Press it away, all the negative energy. Bring the hands to the heart center. Let's set an intention for bringing you to your mat today. Breathe your intention in and exhale it out to the universe. Open the eyes, become aware of your surroundings, stay in a seated position, feeling comfortable. Just place the left hand onto the earth and raise the right arm out towards the side. We're going to sweep the right hand up and over top of the head. We'll just our gaze just under the right armpit. We're breathing into the right side of the body. A nice gentle stretch. And of course, we can always do this on the boat as well, in the home. Sweeping the left hand over top of the head and breathing into the left side of the body, feeling that gentle stretch in the left side. The gaze is under the left armpit. Right hand is pressing into the earth. Exhale, breath out, changing sides, sweeping the right hand up and over top of the head again. Really reach with those fingertips up towards the sky. Use the fingertips to point towards the sky. Press into that right side waist. You might want to reach the left hand out a little more so you can have a little bit more of a stretch if you're not feeling anything, just sweeping. Keep a smile on your dial. Releasing the right hand down and sweeping the left hand over the top of the head. Really reaching. Gaze under the left armpit. Keep some long, deep inhalations and exhalations going. One more breath and bring the hands back to center. Remove the pillow or blanket if you have one. And let's come to our all fours with some cat-cow poses. Spreading the hands nice and wide. For those of you that are new to yoga, we're always spreading out, gathering in, press down, and then go up, feeling, pressing in to the little finger and the thumb, underneath the shoulders, knees under the hips. We did these in the first lesson. So we're going to lower the belly, let the belly hang, curl the tailbone as you inhale in, broaden through the chest and look up. We're going to exhale, breath out, and we're going to round the spine up like the cat, arching up, arching up, arching up. Inhaling in, lowering the belly, broadening through the chest and looking up, just a soft gaze. Waking up the spine, rounding the spine just like the cat does, arching up, looking down at the earth. Inhale in, one more of these. Curling the tailbone, broadening through the chest, looking up. And rounding the spine, arching up, arching up, arching up. And let's press back into our child's pose. Toes touching, knees can be as wide as the mat. Hands out in front of you. Lower the head to the mat. Take some long, deep inhalations in through the nose. Remembering some of us are going to be up high, that's perfectly fine. Let's shake the hips from side to side today. We don't always have to be stagnant in these poses, staying still. Just move, open the hips up a little bit, moving from side to side, relaxing the forehead down to the earth, or if you have a pillow, you can place a pillow under your head. Really reach with the fingertips forward and then press the buttocks back towards the heels and feel that opening in the outer thighs, hips. Breathe into the belly, relax, let go. One more breath, come up slowly. We're going to sweep the right hand underneath the left arm. We're going to open up the shoulders a little and allow the right ear to fall towards the earth. Breathe, relax into the pose. One more breath, come up, raising the right hand out in front of you, sweeping the left hand underneath the right, and lowering the left ear towards the mat. Our sit bones are up nice and high. Relax into the pose, breathe into the opening, into the shoulder area. One more breath and then come up slowly. And then let's press back into your child's pose, but release the hands towards the back of the mat and lower the forehead. One more breath, and we're coming up back into all fours. We're stepping our right foot forward between the hands. Come up to the thighs. We're going to move the torso forward, hands forward, and wrap that left elbow to the outside of the right knee, hands in prayer position, elbow up. Really spear the head forward, nice length in the spine, and then just turn and look off towards the right. Keep smiling. Nice gentle twist in the body. If you wanted to curl the toes and raise the back, the left knee up behind you, you can, but you don't have to. One more breath. Then release the knee. If you've raised it, everybody place the hands down to the earth and then step back into all fours. Stepping, going the other side, the left foot forward between the hands. Really press the back foot into the mat and curl the toes of the back foot into the mat. Come up onto the thighs and then move the body forward, torso forward, wrap the arms, the right arm around the outside of the left knee. Hands in prayer position, raise the elbow up. Spear the head forward, get that length in the spine, moving the left hip back, right hip forward. Feel that opening. And then turn and look off towards the left. Keeping the breath nice and smooth. If you wanted to raise the right knee up, you can. Remembering that the left knee and the left ankle is in one line. So just gaze down. If for any reason you're feeling unstable, if you've raised the knee, you might need to adjust, just like I did then. Keep smiling. Keep breathing. Long and deep. In for 3 to 4, out for 4 to 5. One more breath. Release the knee. And press the left foot back and both knees together and press back into your child's pose. Toes touching, knees apart, arms out in front of you, lower the forehead. Coming up again onto all fours and stepping the right foot forward between the hands. We're going to raise those right toes up. We're going to sit back a little bit and drag that right heel back a little. When you do that, you feel the length in the calf muscles, the hamstrings there. Keep breathing, relaxing. If it's uncomfortable on that left knee, you can always put a nice soft pillow or a blanket under it. One more breath and release the foot down to the earth. Bring the right hand to the inside of the right foot, so both hands are together. And just allow that right leg, right knee to open up towards the right. And you're just resting on that right foot, the side, the little toe side of the foot. Opening up that right hip. Version of lizard pose. Keep the inhalations in for 3 to 4, out for 4 to 5. Keep smiling. One more breath. Put the right foot back down to the earth and step back into all fours. Changing sides, bringing the left foot forward this time. We're sitting back, raising the left toes and dragging that left heel back a little bit. As soon as you do that, you'll start to feel the hamstrings, the calf muscles talking to you. Breathe into them. Find some softness in the body. Allow them to open. One more breath. Then release the left foot back down towards the earth. Bring both hands to the inside of the left foot and open up. Allow that left knee to open up towards the sides. feeling that opening in that outer left hip area. Keep breathing, relaxing. Always check in with your hands and make sure that they're in one line as well. Gripping into the mat, nice strong arms. One more breath, bringing the left foot back down to the earth. Press the toes together and press back into your child's pose. Reaching those fingertips out in front of you, really gripping into the mat. Sometimes when you grip into the mat, drag the hands forward a little bit, pressing the heels, the sit bones back towards the heels. Relax the head. Breathe in long and deep here for a count of 4 to 5. And breathe all breath out for a count of 5 to 6. One more breath, come up and lie down onto your bellies. Stacking your forearms into your crocodile pose. Legs are wider than the mat and forehead relaxes onto the mat. Onto the arms, I should say. Take a long, deep inhalation in. Breathe in beautiful energy for a count of 5 to 6. And breathe all breath out long and deep for a count of 6 to 7. Release the belly into the mat, release the lower back. Raise the arms out towards the side into your locust pose. So arms are out, feet are up. Remembering we're all different. Some of us may have our feet up high. Some of us might have our chest up flying high. But others will be lower to the earth. We're just coming up gently. Creating that little arch in the lower back. Strengthening the lower back. Keep breathing. The inhalations and exhalations are the key to your practice. Stacking both forearms, left underneath right or right underneath left, and lower the forehead to the arms. Spread the legs wider than the mat. One more breath. Stay there if that's where your body's feeling like being today. Honor your body. Or raise up into your locust pose, reaching the legs up, sweeping the arms out. Keep breathing long in and even longer out. So our inhalations in are shorter than our exhalations out. Release the hands, release the arms, stack the forearms, left underneath right, and lower the head. Inhale in for a count of 5 to 6 this time. Feel the belly expanding underneath you. And send all breath out for a count of 6 to 7, long and deep. One more breath and then releasing back up into your locust. Or if you want to go into bow pose, you don't have to. Reach around, hold on to the feet at the ankles or tops of the feet. I always like the chin to come down towards the mat. And as you inhale in, press back with the feet, gather the knees in and come up. If that's feeling uncomfortable in the shoulders, please lower back down into your child's pose or crocodile pose. Feel like you have a ball between the knees, you're squeezing those knees in, you're pressing them up and back. Rocking onto the belly. And release all the way back down, stacking right forearm, left forearm, legs wider than the mat, back into your crocodile, lower the forehead. Take one long inhalation in through the nose for a count of 5 to 6. Then breathe all breath out for a count of 6 to 7. Empty fully. You may be able to empty deeper than that. Breathe it all out. Release, let go. One more breath, placing the hands on either side of the chest. Press yourself back up. And let's come into Paschimottanasana, seated forward fold. So we have the feet together, toes touching, knees can be up a little. Spreading the hands nice and wide behind you, pressing into the mat. Use those fingertips to press into the mat and move the body forward. Remembering we're tilting this way, we're not tilting this way. Use the strap, remember, if you're in this pose. If you have a strap, it's a great way if you're a beginner. Then slowly walk the heels out, lengthening through the calf muscles, the hamstrings, so the whole legs are straight underneath you. Or if you're holding on to the ankles, take a long, deep inhalation in through, all the way reaching the crown of the head. And as you send breath out, feel a little bit more opening as you fold over the legs. Never rush to have the head onto the shins. Never compromise the spine. We're trying to lengthen and create space. One more breath, release the strap, release the hands, come up slowly, bring the right foot to the inside of the left leg, going into our Janu Shirshasana pose, sweeping the right hand to the outside of the left foot or ankle. Left fingertips are behind us. Remember, you can support the right knee with a block or a pillow or a blanket. And send all breath out as you fold over the leg. Then reach with the fingertips behind you, pressing rib cage, left leg, all in one line. If you can reach the head towards the knee without compromising the spine, lower the head. One more breath, coming up slowly, releasing the hands, bringing the left hand to the inside of the left leg. Sweeping the right hand up and over the head, the side tilting the pelvis over that left leg. Creating space. Use the right hand on the right hip to open up towards the right. And then release the right hand, sweeping it over top of the head towards the left toes. So left arm is nice and long, unless you have the opening and you're actually holding on to the foot. Feel that length in the right side waist, breathe into that opening. Keep thinking happy thoughts. Inhalations in, exhalations out. Then slowly rising up, changing legs. Right leg is out in front of us, left foot's on the inside or knees supported. Right hand behind us, left hand to the outside of the right foot or ankle, or it might be up higher. And then exhale, fold right rib cage, right leg in one line, fold over the leg. Keep breathing, relaxing. just disappeared for a moment. Someone mowing. The joys of live classes. One more breath. And come up slowly, placing that right elbow on the inside of the right leg. And let's place the left hand on the the left hand on the left hip. And open up towards the left. And we're side tilting the pelvis over the right leg. Sweeping the left hand up and over the head towards the right toes. Really open up. You can turn and look over the left shoulder. Really sweeping that left hand up, creating that length. You should be feeling this beautiful stretch in the left side waist area. And also as you're side tilting the pelvis over the leg. And lengthen the leg as well. Just a beautiful stretch. One more breath. And come out of the pose. Today we're going to do wide leg seated forward fold as well. So it's similar to Paschimottanasana, only with wide legs. So ground down through the sit bones so you can walk, put the hands underneath the flesh of the buttocks and just walk the flesh out a little bit so you ground down. You can use a strap in this pose as well, or you can just hold on to the ankles or the feet. Start with the fingertips behind you and use those fingertips to move the pelvis, move forward. It's like a sensation like you're on a slippery slide as a kid, and this is why sometimes it's good to have a pillow underneath you or a block, because you feel that falling sensation forward. Holding on to the ankles or the feet or the strap, and then just slowly move forward, or you can just have your hands out in front of you if you like. So many different variations, wherever you're comfortable. Keep breathing, relaxing. The breath is nice and smooth, breathing in gently for 3 to 4. Breathing out for 5 to 6. Feeling that opening in the whole back body, all the way up the calf muscles, hamstrings, spine. One more breath and come up slowly, leaving the legs where they are. We're going to do the same as we just did with Janu Shirshasana, bringing our left elbow to the inside. Side tilting the pelvis over the legs, sweeping that left hand towards the right toes. Some of us might be able to hold on to the feet, but that comes in time. Most of us are going to be up high, reaching towards those right toes. Try not to raise the left buttocks up off the mat. Press it down into the mat. Keep smiling. One more breath. And changing to the other side. Side tilting the pelvis over that left leg. Left hand is on the inside. Sweeping the right hand up and over, top of the head towards the left toes. So we're feeling that beautiful stretch along that right side waist. Relax the neck, try not to strain the neck. You can turn and look under the right armpit if you like, or if that's uncomfortable for the neck, just gaze down at the left knee. If you're not on your boat, but you are a cruiser or a sailor, imagine most of these poses that we've done today, or all of them, are really easy to do on the boat. One more breath, coming up slowly. And let's join both feet together for Baddha Konasana, butterfly pose. Do a little different today by creating some eagle arms with it as well. Feel the release as you bounce the knees, and then just slowly relax them and let them come down. And remember, some of you are going to be up really high. When I started yoga, my knees were up really high as well. And some of us will be down a little lower and down a little lower. I'm clasping onto the feet at the moment. So relax your shoulders, but I want to reach your arms out in front of you, and I want you to sweep your right arm underneath your left. Some of you are going to say, oh my goodness, I can't do that. Do the best you can and try and hold on to the hands or some slight variation. Just opening the shoulders up a little bit as well. You can release them up towards the sky and then fold forward a little. Just stopping at your edge where you feel yourself challenging yourself but being kind to your body. If you're feeling uncomfortable in eagle arms, you can always release them and press them down onto the mat just out in front of you. Breathe into the inner groins and fold as deeply as the body allows. Keep smiling. Release the arms, place them back out, come up, torso nice and long. So we're going to do it the other way now. Left arm underneath right. Bring the hands together as best you can. Some of you might just have your hands like this. That's perfectly fine. Breathe, raise the arms up. And then slowly, slowly move forward. Remembering to send those sit bones back. Remember, feel like you're on that slippery slide. That you're falling forward with the pelvis. That hurts your shoulder in any way, please come out of the pose. Never force it just because I'm doing it. You honor your body. Release the hands. Release the legs. Shake the legs out a little bit. Raise the legs up nice and wide. Woo! You just do that because it's a little bit of fun. Let's press back into one more crocodile pose today. Coming into a few of the final poses, stacking both forearms, lower the forehead, and allow the belly to sink into the mat. Breathe all breath out. Breathe in for a count of 5 to 6. Breathe in some peace, love, and kindness. Send all breath out for a count of 6 to 7. Relax the lower back. Relax any tension that you're feeling in the body. One more breath and come up slowly. I'm going to go into a pigeon pose. I'm going to do something, if you're a beginner, I want you to lie down onto your back and do the supine pigeon, taking the right ankle below the left knee, clasp the hands underneath the body and lie down, using the hands to drag the left knee towards the chest and breathe into that beautiful opening, spreading both feet. But if you would like to and you're a little bit more advanced and have a little bit more opening, this is a different variation of pigeon, stepping the right foot forward between the hands and walking that right foot over towards the left side of the mat and lowering the shin. So look behind at the back foot, make sure it's not off to the left or the right, curl the toes, raise the knee and then press the top of the foot into the mat. Show you that on this angle. So we're pressing with the tops of the feet into the mat. Let's drag that right foot closer to the left hip. If you're feeling uncomfortable in any way, if you have any knee injury, you're best to be lying down onto your back or just resting in child's pose. So slowly, slowly, keep breathing. If you're lying on your back, relax. But if you've moved into this pose, slowly, slowly, Kapotasana, let's move your hands forward and slowly, slowly allow the whole body to rest onto the mat and lower the forehead. We're always remembering to keep the hips nice and square in this pose, and we're not falling over towards the right and resting that right buttocks onto the mat. That's cheating. You're actually moving that right buttocks up, pressing it down and back. The supine, pigeon pose, regardless whether you're on your back or lying towards the earth. This is a very intense pose, opening up the hips. So really try and drag, if you have the shin onto the earth, really try and drag that right hip back, and you will start to really feel that opening in that right outer hip area. We hold many emotions and worries and troubles in this area of the body. And it's not unusual to feel emotional. And we do stay in this pose, one of the longest of any poses throughout the practice. So send feelings of peace, love, and kindness to the right hip area. Say these words to yourself. May I be peaceful and at ease. May I be happy. May I be well. Now I know you've been in that at quite a long time because I was explaining as well. So roll, if you're on your back, change ankles to the other side, left ankle below the right knee. Reach through the gap you created and use your hands to drag that right knee towards the chest. Otherwise, everyone else, and rest into the pose. Let's bring the left foot forward when we're in all fours and walk it over towards the right side of the mat and lower the shin. Now we might need to drag that left foot closer to the right hip. Look around at the back foot. Curl the toes and raise the right knee and press the right toes into the mat, making sure that leg is in the midline of the body. Now keeping the hips nice and square, we're going to slowly move the body forward, torso over the legs, reaching the fingertips out in front of us. Some of us may not even want to go any deeper than that. You might be up high like this, that's perfectly fine. Others will rest all the way over the mat, or over the legs, and lower the forehead. Keep breathing into the pose, sending some peace, love, and kindness to that left hip area. And just scan how the body feels. Do you feel different on the left to the right and stiffer on one side than the other? Try to relax it more. Use your breath. One, keep breathing in and out, in and out. Just trying to get rid of that noise if you were hearing that buzzing. A few more breaths. And then everybody release the legs. And everybody lie down onto your backs. And we're going to go into bridge pose. So we're placing the feet onto the mat. Arms are alongside the body. Then slightly walk the heels in if you like. And press the hips up nice and high towards the sky. Clasp the hands underneath you. Really relax the shoulders into the mat. Really press the hips up nice and high. Just like we're creating that bridge pose. Pressing the fingertips into the mat. We're not squeezing the knees or touching the knees. They're actually like you could actually put a block between them. You're squeezing them together. But try not to squeeze those glute muscles, those buttocks muscles too much. One more breath and then release all the way down, one vertebra at a time. And swing the knees in towards the chest and roll around clockwise, anti-clockwise, giving the lumbar area a nice little massage. And then lower the feet back down towards the earth. And pressing the hips up nice and high. Squeezing the knees in towards each other. Relax and breathe. Now, variation today if you like. You don't have to. You can raise the right foot up towards the sky and press the right heel towards the sky. Left heel presses into the earth. You don't have to do that if you're feeling uncomfortable. Just release back down. Let everyone release the right foot. Then raise the left foot if you raise the right foot towards the sky. Left heel presses into the sky. Right heel presses into the earth. Then release the left foot if you raised it. And everybody roll down one vertebra at a time. And swing the legs up for happy baby pose. Hold on to the sides of the feet. Press the whole spine down, tailbone down towards the earth. Using those fingertips, just track the knees towards the armpits. Feeling that release, opening in those hip areas. Keep the breath nice and smooth. We'll go into the final bridge pose or into wheel if that's where you'd like to be today. Pressing the hips up nice and high towards the sky. Clasping the hands underneath you. Just get your foundation right. It's always important to get your foundation right. Gripping those feet into the mat. If you're wanting to go into wheel pose, bringing the hands underneath the shoulders. Crown of the head towards the mat. Gather the elbows in. And then press up into your full wheel. No pinching or crunching in the lower back, but you can come up onto the toes if you like. Remember the knees go in one direction and the chest moves in the other. Keep breathing, relaxing. One more breath, chin to chest. Roll down one vertebra at a time and swing the legs up towards the sky for happy baby. It's a beautiful heart-opening pose. You may feel the heart racing a little bit in bridge pose and wheel. Just relax and breathe. And one more breath, and then release the feet back down towards the earth for the final pose today, Shavasana, corpse pose. Allowing the feet to flop open towards the sides. Arms are out, the palms are up. Close down the eyes and try not to think of the breath. It will just move throughout the body naturally. The belly will rise and fall naturally with every inhalation and exhalation. Release the tongue from the roof of the mouth. Stay lying down. I'm just sitting up to move you through the pose. Relax your jaw. Engage the thoughts, but allow them to just move past, just like they're floating clouds in the sky. Allow every part of the body to release and let go into the mat beneath you. Remove the noise from your mind and allow yourself just to relax. Noises whether they're in your head or you can hear them. It's something in yoga you learn to just allow them to dissipate. They're not something that you're going to be annoyed by. Imagine those hands coming up and gripping onto your hips gently and releasing you, pulling you a little deeper down the lower back, further towards the mat. Feel yourself heavy. I'll leave you relaxed for a few more minutes in silence. Everybody slowly start to move your fingers, gently move your toes, waking up the body. And in your own time, roll over onto the right side of your body and just stay there in the fetal position with your knees squeezing into the chest. And then pressing the left hand onto the earth and moving yourself back into your seated position where we began the practice today. You can sit on your pillow or your block. Keep the eyes soft. Place the hands onto the knees or at your heart center. Close down the eyes. We'll do a breathing exercise called 3-level breath to end the practice today. We're going to take, I'll just guide you through it. You're going to take 3 small sips of air like you're sipping through a straw. So 3 small sips of air to the lower belly and hold for a count of 3. 3 small sips of air to the lower ribs and hold for 3. 3 small sips of air to the upper chest, heart, lungs, and hold all for a count of 8, and then we're going to breathe all breath out. So relax the breath. Exhale all breath out, a little more. Take 3 small sips of air to the lower belly, hold. 3 small sips of air to the lower ribs, hold. 3 small sips of air to the upper chest, heart, lungs. Hold all for a count of 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Breathe all breath out. Flooding your body with relaxation. Let's check in with your intention you made at the beginning of the practice today. Keeping the eyes closed, just listening. There is a sparkling ruby jewel. It is so stabilizing and protective. This is our root chakra. There is an orange carnelian jewel too. It lights up your senses, creativity, and ability to feel. There is an amber jewel, radiating confidence, inner strength, and courage. There is an emerald jewel. The glowing emerald green jewel is loving, forgiving, and kind. There is a bright blue jewel shining with truth and sparks your creativity. There is an amethyst glowing inside that awakens your intuition and shows you the big picture. There is a crystal clear diamond shining with the spirit connecting the holy ones with you. So don't go outside you searching for jewels. There are jewels inside you waiting to be discovered, polished and ready to beam beautifully. Sending thoughts of gratitude to end the practice today. Send some gratitude to something, someone, something in nature that blew you away. Raising the hands to the third eye between the brow. And bowing. Namaste, everyone. Have a beautiful day or evening wherever you are in the world. Thank you for joining me. And just before you go, reach your arms out, cross at the elbows and wrap your arms around yourself. And give yourself a big hug for showing up today. Don't forget to comment so I know that you attended today. I always love to hear from you. It's always nice. We have a lot of people on the page. I see a lot of people viewing, but I don't get comments from everyone. So if you're showing up, comment. I want to hear from you. Hi, Galen. Hi, Di. Oh, you didn't hear any music? It was better with no music. Oh, okay. Good morning, Zoe. Sorry, late today, catching up. Good morning, Jane. Good morning, Tanya. Big hugs for you. So was the music too loud today? Is anyone still there? I did ask earlier, but no one answered me. We are all different as well with music. Some of us like it, some of us like the silence. Thanks, Tanya. All right. I'm going to be introducing you to, thank you, Joanna. Great, thank you. The music was okay for you too? Okay, all right. It was a bit distorted. Okay, thank you, Maya. I think too we had some, we did have a lot of buzzing noise at the end there. Oh, wonderful, Di. Di was joined by some parakeets. Oh, beautiful, in bridge pose. Music wasn't too loud. Okay, so it must be just our connections maybe. So thanks, Maya. Thank you that I was speaking clear. Thank you. All right, great. Yeah, it's a trial and error and I appreciate your feedback. Well, I hope you have a wonderful day and I will see you again tomorrow and throughout the day. Bye for now.